Well, Tennessee lawmakers have been cracking down on regulations for hemp businesses across the state, and this can mean serious implications for those in the industry. On February 26th, the House Criminal Justice Committee referred House Bill 1148 to the Judiciary Committee.
If the bill goes through, it would ban the sale of all products with THCA, a compound in plants like cannabis. When heated, it turns into THC.
If the THCA goes away, that gets rid of pretty much any of the smokable products, any of the concentrates, any of the vapes.
Tennessee businesses that make their own products would feel the effects almost immediately.
The total hit of revenue would be like 60% drop in sales.
CEO of Snapdragon Hemp, Joshua Manning, says the ongoing dispute between lawmakers and the hemp industry is prompting companies to push back.
We're doing everything we can to fight for sure.
Manning says Snapdragon's goal is to promote safety and education around what they produce to prevent people from getting their hands on dangerous products.
There's so many ways that you can get bad products in the state, and what we're trying to do is set it up to say, if you follow these rules and you only sell these products that have followed these rules, it's a safe product to do.
This means complying with state laws, testing products, enforcing age restrictions, having proper licensing, and being transparent with consumers. He says a ban could increase danger.
But with getting rid of THCA, it's going to only make that side of the industry blow up, because that'll be the only option. So these gas stations and smoke shops will go heavier with what they can sell, and it's going to be more aggressive than it has been, and then that's going to be bad.
He feels as though the hemp industry hasn't been receiving the support it needs.
The issue is that if they change the regulation after the fact, we've been doing what we've been doing now for 5-6 years, and you just say, all right, let's crush this industry because we don't like what it has become, but it's like we tried to say this is what it needs to become.
The bill is scheduled for a hearing before the House Judiciary on March 5th. I'm Catherine Vaughn, Local 3 News.
Well, a Tennessee lawmaker is making a push to alleviate the state's medical debt crisis with 2 new bills. Democratic Senator London Lamar introduced a bill that would eliminate medical debt for Tennesseans and another that would prohibit medical debt from being included on consumer credit reports. Now, both these bills are set to be discussed and voted in the Senate Commerce and Labor Committee on Tuesday. He says, quote, Tennesseans shouldn't have their credit wrecked because they got sick or hurt in an accident. Medical debt isn't like other kinds of debt. It shouldn't keep families from buying homes, securing car loans, or renting apartments. Now, another bill filed by Tennessee lawmakers would provide funds for schools to purchase portable walk-through metal detectors. Now, this comes a little over a month after the Antioch High School shooting. If passed, the Protecting Tennessee Schools and Events Act would require the state to establish a pilot program towards school districts and counties identified as distressed or at risk in fiscal year 2025. The primary purpose of the grants would assist these districts in purchasing portable walk-through metal detectors. The bill was introduced by Republican Representative Rush Bricken and Republican Senator Janice Bowling. Let's go ahead and turn to weather now with meteorologist Audrey Shirley. Audrey, what can we expect for the rest of our weekend? Sounds like we've got some cold weather headed our way again.
It'll be a little bit chilly, at least for tomorrow. It'll be significantly colder than it was today, about 10 degrees colder. But we're looking at an official high today of 66 degrees. So it was fairly pleasant overall as far as our temperature goes, but it was definitely a very dry day with dry conditions and low relative humidities. And it's going to be another dry day tomorrow and cooler. Winds will be slightly calmer, but it's still going to pose a threat to wildfire safety. So we did add $10 in the jackpot. Hopefully we do the same thing tomorrow. 52 degrees for tomorrow's high. Now we do have some special weather statements in place for portions of northern and central Georgia. This is because of that high fire danger risk. More sunshine for tomorrow, but it'll still be very dry. I'll talk about the next big thing we can also be expecting. So again, we do have special weather statements in place. Now, even though special weather statements are not in place right now for portions of Tennessee and even Alabama and even Cherokee County, I would still suggest not to burn anything tomorrow because it's still going to be extremely dry. Conditions will still be favorable. Even though winds are coming down slightly, it only takes sustained winds about 5 miles an hour to spread a wildfire. So as we head into this evening though, sustained winds are now between like 15 to 20 miles an hour across the valley. They're expected to come down to about 5 to 10 miles an hour as we head throughout the daytime. And gusts right now up to about 25 miles an hour. But again, as we head into tomorrow, we'll come down to about 20 miles an hour tops. Now, the next big thing we can be expecting, severe weather. Now, there's a 15% chance, mainly for our western communities as of right now, for Tuesday night headed into early Wednesday morning. Main threats that we're looking at right now include lightning and then also the chance for very, very strong winds. We're talking 55-mile-an-hour gusts and then 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds. Now, for tomorrow, lots of sunshine at play. There is a high pressure system, but as we head into Monday, more cloud coverage, and then Tuesday, throughout the day Tuesday, it'll be pretty pleasant except for those stronger winds. But then as we head into the evening hours, that's when some more plans will probably be at risk. If you do have plans outdoors in the evening time, you'll probably want to stay in because we do have that line of storms moving through Tuesday night headed into Wednesday morning. Now, the threat will be gone very early Wednesday morning, but we'll still have some chances for some more scattered showers throughout the day on Wednesday and even throughout portions of the evening. It's currently 39 degrees in Chattanooga, 38 in Dayton, 39 degrees in Athens, 41 in Cleveland, 41 in Scottsboro, and there is a bit of a wind chill. I mean, look at this. It feels like it's at freezing in Chattanooga. It feels like it's 23 degrees in Altamont. It feels like it's 35 in Cleveland. It's because of these sustained winds that we're having for tonight, headed into tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, you can still expect a bit of a wind chill, about 5 to 6 degrees colder than the actual temperature. So you will want to bundle up. Clouds will be on the decrease throughout the day, so then we'll have more sunshine on the way. It'll be 26 degrees for the low tonight, 42 in Athens, 44 in Dayton, 26 degrees in Altamont, 39 in Murphy. Tomorrow we're looking at highs in the upper 40s and in the lower 50s. And for the rest of this week, temperatures are again going to be in the 50s and 60s. We'll have some chances for some thunderstorms Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, and then even the chance for a light dusting of snow on very early Tuesday morning for the mountain regions. Cornelia?
All right, thanks for that update, Audrey. Well, a cargo plane was forced to make an emergency landing this afternoon in New Jersey when an engine caught on fire. You can see on your screen the flames and smoke shooting out of the engine as the plane returned to Newark Liberty International Airport for an emergency landing. The FAA says a bird collided with the plane, sparking a fire. Aviation analyst John Cox says bird strikes like this are not uncommon, but to cause this level of damage to an engine is pretty unusual.
This was a pretty good strike. The pilots are trained for this. They shut the engine down and return for a safe landing.
Very scary situation, as you can see, but thankfully no injuries were reported. But today's engine fire is just the latest in a string of recent frightening high-profile aviation incidents. And hopefully we don't see any more anytime soon. Well, straight ahead on Local 3 News at 11, the Mocs men bring their SoCon regular season title and 10-game win streak into Lexington for a date with VMI. Plus, March Madness comes early for the Tennessee Volunteers. The one, the only, our sports girly Smith Casano has highlights and post-game reaction from an epic night on Rocky Top when we come back for sports.
He will fire. He wins it! Jemai Meshack wins it!
What month is it? Oh yeah, it's March now. Boy, did Jemai Meshack and the Tennessee Volunteers welcome in this month of madness in a very fitting way. A top 6 matchup between Tennessee and Alabama going down on Rocky Top. Potentially a 1 seed on the line. Big Orange down 4 at the break. Let's pick things up halfway through the second. Vols down 8. Zakai Ziegler finds Chaz Lanier, who had a team high tying 18 points. Crimson tied up 3 defenders all around. Mark Sears, no problem for him. He puts it in. 3-point ball game again, and Ziegler connects from downtown to tie things up. There's still nearly 7 minutes left. Every time Bama went up, Tennessee seemed to have an answer down the stretch. Jordan Gainey giving the Vols some life off the bench, 18 for him as well. Less than 90 seconds to go now. LeBaron Philon with the fast break layup, tied back up by 3. Vols down 4 with 34.5 on the clock. Lanier gets the basket to go. He draws the foul and makes both free throws. And let's just watch this one more time, because why not? Jemai Meshack with a deep three as time expires on a Tennessee Saturday night. The number 5 Vols take down number 6 Alabama 79-76. An instant classic on Rocky Top. Jemai Meshack, how we feeling, buddy?
I said we know what we're built for. We know who we are. This is what we've done every single day. Don't question what it is. I don't care if we're down 20. I don't care if we're up 20. You stick to the program, man. That's what we've been doing, man. It's in our blood. It's who we are. And that's how we got to keep going.
I mean, if that doesn't make you want to run through a brick wall, I don't know what will. 2 more games on the schedule for Tennessee. First up, a trip to Ole Miss on Wednesday. Then back home for the final time this season as Rick Barnes and co. welcome in former Mocs head coach Lamont Paris and his South Carolina Gamecocks. Speaking of which, fresh off their SoCon regular season championship, the Mocs were in Lexington, Virginia to take on VMI. Chattanooga starts the game on a 9-0 run, but the Keydets score 12 of the next 15. This Noah Melson 3 puts UTC up 7 with 6 minutes to go in the half. And it was quite a homecoming for Honor Huff. The once VMI start with the and one, UTC leads 44-32 at the break. There was no letting up in the second half either. The Mocs start to break this thing open. Trey Bonham, another former Keydet, with another 3. Mocs in front 56-38. Nearly 20-point ball game, and Frank Champion is just showing off the one-handed lay-in, plus he draws the foul. Again, Huff was the star of the show in this one. 29 points against his old club. 7 threes. That moves him into 3rd all-time at Chattanooga. UTC wins at 91-70 for their 11th straight win. The Mocs will open up tournament play a week from today against either Mercer or Western Carolina in the quarterfinals. Well, Thursday was a disappointing night for the Mocs women, to say the least. Chattanooga suffered an overtime loss to Furman, making today a must-win game against Wofford if UTC wanted the 2 seed in the SoCon tournament. You know they do, and what better way than to get a win on senior day for Brooke, Anya, Takia Davis, Carson Murphy, and Sigrun Olafsdottir. Mocs also honoring former play-by-play announcer Larry Ward. Chattanooga scores the first 4 points, and are we surprised that Kai Alice Aldez was one of the ones leading the charge? Obviously not. A team high 19 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds for the sophomore. Late first quarter, Sigrun Olafsdottir goes coast to coast, lays it in. She gives the Mocs a 1-point lead, their first of the game. It's 14-13 after 1. Second quarter now, Olafsdottir tries to put it in. Brooke Anya grabs the board and gets the putback. UTC leads 21-15. Listen, Gianna Corbett has certainly made a case for herself for SoCon Freshman of the Year. The rookie banks in a 3 to break a 21-all tie. You could also make a case for Wofford freshman and former McMinn Central star Molly Massengale. She led the Terriers with 19 points and 6 boards. Mocs with a comfortable lead in the 4th quarter. Carson Murphy drains the 3 to beat the shot clock buzzer. Her final points inside the roundhouse. Chattanooga bounces back with a 69-61 win over Wofford. After everything this team has been through this season, they head into Asheville as the 2 seed with a legitimate chance to three-peat.
As much as the points are great, it was the best feeling ever, being able to win for our seniors and seeing the smiles on their faces. Like, nothing meant more to me. I could have scored 0 points, and everything to me was them.
There's a lot of teams that would have been down and out, but not our players, and that speaks a lot to their character, and it makes me just so proud to be a part of it.
The Mocs will face Mercer in the quarterfinals on Thursday at 1:15. And let's finish up with high school 4A Region 3 quarterfinals. Walker Valley hosting Ottawa. The Stangs dropped 47 points in the first half, and they don't let up in the second half. Turner Clayton with 4 quick points in the third. Owls doing their best to try and stay in this thing. Christopher Hires had a couple of big threes, but Ottawa trailed by almost 30, 67-37 after 3. Walker Valley gets some 5th chance points. Walker Valley total domination, 85-51 win over Ottawa. The Mustangs will play Tuesday against East Hamilton in the semifinals.
All right.